Holds, steps up, Huntley, sacks, T.J. Watt! NFL history! Watt has tied Michael Strahan's single-season record. Oh, no!
In the air to right. This is deep, and he did it again! Jack Sawinski wins it for the Pirates! 3 home runs in a game!
You nervous?
Yeah. All right. Hello and welcome to another live edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline in the BPTV studio in the Municipal Building in Bethel Park. Thanks for watching us on Comcast 21 and thanks for watching us on Verizon 32. Comcast, you can only watch us in Bethel Park. That's how Comcast did it. Verizon 32 is in Bethel Park, Nemacolin, Cranberry, Wexford, Greater Pittsburgh area. So thank you for watching. Thanks for watching and all the likes on Facebook last week, and it held true. We finally cracked 7,000. We're at 7,014 likes. So this old dog finally cracked the 7,000 after 2 years. Thank you. We appreciate you, and we have a great show for you. I'm Al Levine, the talking machine. Birthday boy, Smokin' Jim Frazier. His official birthday is, for Tony from Chick-fil-A, he doesn't believe it. It's July 17th, 19. We don't know. We don't know. It could be 1901, or it could be, I don't know, maybe 1995. And then we got Jim Ellenbogen Guns. He's been filling in since last year. Well, yeah, I finally caught up to his age. We don't want to talk about that, but my birthday's June 30th. Smokin' Jim got me a great cake. But we got to introduce Big Mike Rodi from camera, behind the scenes, to talking sports with the rest of us. And for the birthday boy, I'm not sure if I can go to Marco on camera. Nick, do you need to help him?
Can I get him there, buddy?
Get a picture, line that camera up, and we're talking through it. He hasn't worked cameras for a while.
All right.
Oh, great
there
job.
It is.
Great job.
And if you want to know why I got these ugly colors, everybody's complimented me. Smokin' Jim disappears from events, boxing matches, once he left after 5 bouts. And they go, "Where's Smokin' Jim?" And somebody told me his nickname 12 years ago was Batman. So Batman's in the house. I'm going to cut cake. So we're going to do this live TV, and then we got promos, and got my trusty knife. We'll start cutting some pieces. Marco and Mike, they don't want cake.
What?
I'm still trying to lose my COVID weight.
Well, Smokin'
Proving
Jim
to be a little more difficult than I thought.
Smokin' Jim's been losing weight, but not officially. He's not trying. I believe the white doctor, and I'm not racist, the white doctor told him, you know what, you got diabetes, you got blood pressure, you got leg issues, you must lose some weight. And I got, my son Drew and I have saved forks. So we got black plastic forks. We're going to send one to Smokin' Jim.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry, we're not talking sports, but the Pirates have lost 11 out of 13. And I'll give you that little sports thing. And they played 2 rookie players, and that's the first time since 2000 that they've started 2 rookies at one time, I've heard. So just checking these things. All right, Guns, I got you taken care of. Nick, should I cut you a piece for later?
Yes, please.
All right. You have to wait. I like a corner, so my show, I'm taking a corner because I like the buttercream icing.
This is good.
And for all you guys know, what does Smokin' Jim say? If you're white, you're right.
You're all right.
He likes white butter. Oh, let me get
good.
that.
This is good.
It is delicious. I can't eat it right now I gotta do a promo.
Where'd you get it?
I can say I went to Giant Eagle.
Okay.
Market District. I better cut Nick's piece too.
If he don't do his promo before he eats that sugar, he's going to go off the rails.
I am purposely not eating cake yet. I'm shaking. I had some Orange Crush, and I don't normally eat sugar. And a month ago with Guns, I went over the edge. But I'm here right now, and we got to get this promo up. So we got Marco and Nick maybe helping them. And it's very important because we're trying to help a gentleman who I know, met his wife and sister-in-law and everything else. And his name is Albert Tripp Menu, and he needs new lungs. And there you go. And Tripp is suffering from COPD, pulmonary fibrosis, Sjogren's syndrome. Tripp is unable to work. He was a welder. He can't work, doesn't have benefits, and due to the effects of this disease, he can't work. So this benefit fundraiser will help the Menu family with financial hardships as they negotiate the difficult times ahead. They're doing a special fundraising show at the Alpine Club. I know where it's at, 735 Jefferson Avenue, Washington, PA, 15301, July 29th. Mark your calendars, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. I'll be there. I told Scoop that I'll be there, and others in the family. I'm going to come there. $15 at the door. Food, pop, and water included. BYOB, Smoking Jim, that means you can bring your 2-liter ginger ale. DJ, Chinese auction, 50-50, and Smoking Jim, they're legit. If you hit a winning ticket, they'll pay.
What's a Chinese auction?
Well, you have to go. And Guns, don't even talk to him about
I ain't
it.
saying nothing.
And then here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to promote this because, you know, Tripp needs this money and he's having surgery. Smoking Jim, we don't know how he had brain surgery, leg surgery, quadruple bypass. He never asked for any money and he doesn't work. So Tripp needs the money, so we're going to have people donate from now on. And it's real easy. You could send $1. Send the monetary donations to Washington Financial Bank, 98 East Wiley Avenue, Washington, PA, 15307. Get your pen out. Phone number 724-225-9100. Tell them you want to donate to Albert Tripp Menu. The routing number, people told me I shouldn't do it. So for all you hackers and all that, run wild. Banks have security. They don't just do it. Like Smoking Jim, he got hacked so many times. We don't know what name he's going under.
Smoke.
Routing number is 243374221. Account number is 0120311666. And then for all other donations, you can call his wife. She's legit. Jamie Menu at 724-554-9228. And for anybody that wants to abuse people and scam them right now, I'm against all hackers and scammers. This is important. They need the money. And Tripp needs new lungs. He's dying. Please help. Now we got our promos to do, and I'm eating cake for 7 minutes.
Well, hold on, Al. I got one more to give. Don't forget.
Well, that could be after the end.
All right, we'll do it that way.
My show. I salute you. Pittsburgh Sportsline supports the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette Strikers. I worked there for 36 years. My former union, CWA PPMWS 14842, Pittsburgh Local Mailers Union number 22, is on strike. Even though health care benefits were secured for workers by the union, Post-Gazette management cut them out without the union's approval and still expected workers to show up without any coverage. Please cancel your Post-Gazette subscriptions online or in print. Pittsburgh Sportsline supports the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette Union Strikers. Frank Fanera, owner of Olive Oil's Pizzeria and the Hillcrest Shopping Center on Route 88. Call them at 412-831-1900. Every Tuesday night, Olive Oil's Pizzeria provides the host and the amazing volunteer crew with an XL pepperoni pizza and a full steak hoagie. They are delicious. Olive Oil's is proud to support Pittsburgh Sportsline and the volunteers at BPTV. Stay Joey strong. Joey Fabus died at 8 years old of brain cancer known as DIPG. Since then, the family has come together with community members to create the Joey Fabus Childhood Cancer Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit. Since being founded, they've raised over $100,000. Go to jfccf.org to learn more about DIPG, to help spread awareness, and to see how else you can support and donate towards the fight against this dreaded brain cancer. Always Be Smiling, a 501c3 designed to help children and families in need of kidney transplants. The B stands for Bennett, whose memory is embedded in this organization by his parents, Kristen and Dean. Despite the challenges he faced in his 16 and a half years of life, Bennett always had a smile on his face and spread kindness to everyone he could. Now, Always Be Smiling wants to pass on that kindness. Go to alwaysbesmiling.org to learn more and see how you can support or donate to this organization. The Bethel Park Community Foundation has money for you. I'm Al Levine, trustee on the board of this great organization. The BPCF focuses on raising money to provide scholarships, grants, endowments, and more. Grant requests are available online from $100 to $5,000. You can also attend fundraisers or donate. Go to bpcf.org to get more information and to stay up to date on upcoming events. The Bethel Park Community Foundation, focusing community resources, building for the future. The Bethel Park Historical Society is a 501c3 that serves Bethel Park. The Historical Society operates out of the Schoolhouse Arts and History Center, located at 2600 South Park Road. Look for the red and white trolley right out front. Reginald's Coffee is inside, and I've heard it's the best coffee around. To visit this great historical venue, email historicalsocietybp@gmail.com.
And now this message from BPTV.
Alas, poor talking machine. I knew him well. A fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy?
Dave, I'm not dead. I'm still doing Pittsburgh Sportsline every Tuesday night and many other weekly shows on BPTV.
That's great, Al, but then who's this?
I don't know, but we must leave right now. Let's go. Help save Pittsburgh police officer Jeffrey Crawford. Jeffrey is in need of a kidney donation. He's in stage 5 renal failure and he's on dialysis 3 times a week. He needs this kidney ASAP. To contact the UPMC donor registry, call 412-647-4438 or go to livingdonorreg.upmc.com. And to help spread awareness, use the hashtag BlessJeff on socials. Let's come together to support Pittsburgh policeman Jeffrey Crawford in his time of need. Alex Reed is in need of a kidney. 2 weeks after college graduation, Alex's kidneys failed. A gracious donor gave Alex 7 years of life, but now he needs another kidney. To learn more about becoming a donor for Alex, call 830-285-2140 or go to kidneysolutions.org. Zhang Taekwondo just opened a new location in the South Hills, along with its location in Wexford and its inclusion in the curriculum of Provident Charter School in Troy Hill. Zhang uses Taekwondo to teach its students confidence and self-discipline through physical fitness. Zhang is offering a 4-week special. You get a uniform and lessons for $30. If you mention the Talking Machine, Smoking Jim, or VIP Nick, they'll give you a further discount. For more information, go to zhangtkd.com or call 724-934-9264. You're welcome. Happy birthday, Smoking.
And we got one more thing to bring attention to. The Bethel Park Police Department has paired up with Kicks for Kids. So their mission is to provide grade school students with a fresh pair of shoes to start the school year on the right foot. You can make donations right outside the police department doors here at the Bethel Park Municipal Building. You can also make monetary donations. They're tax deductible. And you can call 412-835-7220. That's 412-835-7220. You can also text K for K, that's Kicks for Kids, to 44321. Again, Kicks for Kids. Support the Bethel Park Police Department in helping kids get fresh pairs of shoes to start the school year. And now back to Al.
Thank you, Nick. And I just wanted to tell you I support the Blue. Our police force is one of the best around, great people. We have men and women on the force for years, and we have new rookies that have started, and I salute all of them. Proud to be out of a station right next door to him. I do have to walk Smoking Jim out each night, but, you know, his reputation precedes him. So we'll carry on a little bit. And first I got to say hi to Sherry Daidu Scoops. Thanks for saying hello, Machine. Ellen Bogan's watching. Amy's watching. Hi, guys. Happy birthday, Smoking Jim. Whoa, Johnny Mariano's on vacation. Johnny, Michael, and their wife, well, Brandy's probably not watching. She's not a big sports person, but they're watching from Wildwood, New Jersey. Wow. Happy birthday to my role model. Hard to believe. You do follow in his footsteps. Smoking Jim Frazier.
Thank you.
And I like your hat, guns, and Smoking Jim.
Thank you.
Jenny Rodi's watching in Rochester, our biggest fan. And Scoops, you're welcome. Oh, Jenny's saying, watching your wonderful show from Rochester. Who is the handsome guy on your right? Nick and Peggy Rodi. Well, you birthed this guy.
Oh.
Yeah, you birthed the guy here, and we let him on because I haven't had this excuse ever. I've had dozens, many from Smoking Jim and others. And how about Nick, Harry Callis from The Fan, Nick VIP from Pittsburgh Sportsline announced, listen to this, he's moving on up like the Jeffersons. He announced wiffle ball on ESPN the other day on Sunday. And he got too much sun because he actually played umpire for a while. And he overachieved, got compliments, and I salute Nick. So he's in the control room, and he's trying to cool that pink color that he has.
Wiffle ball, they hit off the tee, don't they?
No, there's a guy, like you didn't
the
play.
little ones do that.
Mike and Guns, he talks about playing all these games that we did. I used to pitch wiffle ball, and it'd go like almost a U-turn. We would pitch it, and then you had a plastic bat that you were hitting your brothers and sisters with, and you'd hit the ball. Bill Means from KO, one of the toughest football players in KO history.
Yes, sir.
And Scoops wants to tell you, Smoking Jim, Chinese auction, I know Guns could explain it, is a raffle you purchase tickets to win. Do you understand?
Like 50-50?
Scoop, he doesn't understand. There's items that you can buy a ticket for. And that's a Chinese auction. Whoa, Diane Mariano Rodi's watching her handsome husband, Mike, right next to me. Thanks for watching. Glenn Hosterman's watching. Michael Mariano's watching. Chief McElroy's watching. Happy birthday, Smoking Jim. You're the best. Michael Mariano, Smoking Jim Frazier's the coolest guy in the entire universe.
Yes!
Hi, Guns, Al, and Uncle Mike. What about Marco? You left Marco out. He doesn't want to eat cake. All right, Anthony Bacco, good evening, guys. Let the fun begin. We already started, Anthony, but thanks for watching. Where's Smoking Jim's birthday cake? You missed it. Half of it's in our bellies. We ate half. I'll try to put it up again, but we like to show our fans, and I'll hold it up. How's that look? Nick, how are we doing? Okay. I'm all sugared up now, so
Here we go.
we got to go to What's on Your Mind, birthday boy, Smoking Jim Frazier.
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green,
You know what? I brought it.
you got to see Levine.
Hey, Guns, last week I threw the high, hard fastball.
Oh, man, did he ever?
He dropped it.
He struck me out.
We needed a white cornerback to help him out.
I want to thank my man Al Levine, the talking machine, for the birthday shout-outs.
You're welcome.
Guns for the birthday shout-out. My favorite fantasy football owner, Marco, for the happy birthday shout-out. But Nick's computer must have froze when it was time to send out a happy birthday message. The VIP of BPTV overslept on my birthday, but I'll
Hold it.
remind him next year.
I got to do a
He got a piece of cake, though.
I got to do a
I
disclaimer.
didn't eat any cake yet.
I got to do a disclaimer. You know, Smoking Jim's, his opinions are totally his own. They don't represent the show or Bethel Park. And I told
He
Nick,
was so nervous to get ready for wiffle ball, he forgot about me.
that was Sunday. That was Sunday. Here's what happened today. I come in always an hour early. We had no pizza from Olive Oil, so just ignore that. They're closed for today for whatever reason. Things happen. And I told Nick, I got Smoking Jim's birthday cake. It was yesterday. So he goes, oh, that's good. And I showed him, and he goes, wow, that's a great cake.
Putt-putt golf is next.
So he knew about it, and whatever you're saying, just ignore him because he's not making any sense. He's trying to be a comedian.
But
Go ahead.
Elevate the talking machine. I lost money because I never thought the Pirates would lose on my birthday. Would they lose 10-0 yesterday?
No. Mr. Negative, you know it was 11-0.
Wasn't that much?
See how he plays dumb? He's one of the funniest guys you're ever going to meet. Let's stop with him. Happy birthday, buddy. Nick didn't forget you. Here's what he did to you. I taught him to be sarcastic and to stick it to the man. He did that. Thank you, Nick, from KO.
Thank you.
All right, Guns, welcome back. What's on your mind?
Well, I guess the Pirates were on my mind, but
Smoking helped you on that.
you know, and I don't know, a lot of people ain't going to hear this, but
Well, I do.
Pirates are a 142-year-old team. A lot of history there.
Yes.
A lot of winning.
World Series.
So since this, and everyone knows I'm not a fan of this ownership,
Yeah, we know.
but since this ownership, right, we have the second longest streak in not going to the World Series in the major leagues.
Wow.
We have the longest drought in the National League of not going, of winning the championship, and in both the leagues,
Understood.
we have the longest drought.
How do you feel about that?
The thing that gets me the most, and I'm watching the Pittsburgh media back this up. They let all the kids out to play. Brought up all the kids, you know. My shoes are older than some of the guys that played last night.
Hold on, I got socks older than that.
And he made it a big deal. They got spanked. I think Cleveland felt so bad for them, they only beat them 11-0. And this is classic Pirate
Say it.
ownership.
Say his name.
They
Come
are
on.
so dysfunctional, they don't know what they're doing. But when you take a guy that owns a ski resort and you try to make him a major league owner, this is what happens.
Hold it. He sold it for a profit after he cut everybody out.
He sells everything for a profit.
Oh, okay.
That's his spiel. Look, major league sports, hockey, baseball, football, are lucky to have guys like Kraft, Jones, billionaires, Mark Cuban, who wanted,
Pittsburgh guy,
who got everything they need, and they're willing to invest to give their cities good teams, competitive teams, teams that want to win. But when you got a guy and an ownership that their sole thing is to just win, to make money, you're not going to win any championships. How many teams has he sold away since 2013? Now, he just bought this kid from Louisiana, and in my opinion, that kid's going to be like a piece of jade that he puts away until he can get the price.
I like the jade analogy.
Until he gets the price that he wants for it.
Smoking Jim doesn't know what jade is.
I'll give him a piece.
Okay.
So,
sorry.
And the thing that bothers me the most is there are 69 games left in the season.
Right.
When you come out and you say, now you and I have played on teams that were great and we played on teams that weren't, but when you come out and you say, the season's no good, we quit. So we're just going to bring the kids up, we're going to do some fireworks, we're going to play other guys, then you're telling me you quit.
Yes, sir.
Quitting in Pittsburgh is not a thing. And that's the most disrespect I have for him, because they're basically, I don't care what BS he's giving to people this time.
Right.
They're quit. They just told you they quit. And that's it. And that's what's on my mind.
Well, Guns, that's why I like Guns on the show. He sticks to his guns. Sad to say, but most people drink the Kool-Aid from our media.
Oh, and you know what's funny, if I may?
Yeah.
You got all the old timers that are gone, or that are.
I'm still here.
Well, you're the last of the Mohicans.
I know. I like that.
These youngsters that are coming up, the game's changed. A lot of them don't have good contracts with these TV stations and stuff, so they're just kind of freelancing it. They're kissing everybody's backside to get TikToks, to get Facebook, to get known, to build their brand.
Yeah.
It's not about good sports reporting anymore in this time, in my opinion. There aren't many left.
Well, coming from the Post-Gazette and Press, journalism is missing. Like, I respect all you writers that don't just give opinions. I like the facts and I like journalism, and we seem to have lost it. And I'm a disgruntled Pirate fan. Love the Pirates my whole life. Baseball's my favorite first sport. I still love it. But I'm frustrated for all these years. And I understand people drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm all sugared up, so I'm happy. And, that happens. But I understand Gunn's point, not as a disclaimer or anything. We're dealing in the real world, and we know what talent is, and we know what good players are. We know what bad players are. We know what good coaches are. Like, coaches help players get better. How many times do we see that? And you name the pitchers that we lost and won World Series and playoff games. So that's what we remember. We had the glory days of the 70s, and I'm old, so I can reminisce a little bit. And those feel like it's yesterday. Yeah. So when I see all this now, Mike, because I know you have a little differing opinion, and we're going to get to you, but I wanted to set it up from where us old timers are and where you're older than you look. I'll just ask your wife about that. Is he older than he looks? We're going to go to what's on your mind. Mike, Rodi. Oh, wait, one more.
One last point. When I got to watch the All-Star game and the next Pirate wins the MVP, that tells the tale.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I rest his case. Yes, great point to close it. All right. Michael, Rodi, what's on your mind for your Rochester family?
Rochester fan. Well, as much as it pains me to do so, I'll stick with the Pirates. You said about real world. Let me go into the supernatural world a little bit.
Hold it, folks. It's a Pittsburgh Sportsline first.
There you go. Little bit of the supernatural.
We're in the supernatural. I love it.
Some voodoo.
Will you go sci-fi a little for me?
Sure, I'll do that later.
I like sci-fi.
The Pirates basically have become the Jets. I was trying to think to who to compare them to.
Whoa, Joe Namath.
No matter what. No, I'm talking recent. No matter
I was going
what
back
they
in
do.
history so they could suffer too.
I get you. No matter what they do, it doesn't work out.
Yes, sir.
You know, I was hoping upon hope. Okay, tonight they got all these rookies. I see it happen on ESPN all the time, where a rookie comes up, throws a no-hitter into the 7th, goes 4 for 4. I'm like, I got a feeling tonight's going to be the night where something cool finally happens for the Pirates. And those first 3 innings, 9 up, 9 down, I'm like, this is great. Next thing you know, balls are flying all over the field.
Home runs.
That catcher they brought up goes 0 for 4 with 3 strikes. It looks ridiculously overmatched at every at-bat. And all I could think of last night was when the day they opened PNC Park. Do you remember what horrible thing happened the day after they opened PNC Park? Willie Stargell died.
I know.
It's like this team,
How about
no matter
I was at the
what
exhibition game before the season, so I didn't have any angst the next day because they were playing.
Wow. So it's this team can't, outside of that little window we had, right, where,
For 3 years.
When, and even there they were snake bit because they were in an Arrieta and who was the other guy for the Giants that was untouchable that playoffs. They just.
Yeah.
Baumgartner.
Yeah. And
Thank you, Nick. You could open that door a little, Nick.
No luck. Like the Jets. Remember when the Jets signed Neil O'Donnell and all those stars and they went 1-15? They just. No matter what the Pirates do, it doesn't seem to work out for them. So I'm holding out because I got nothing else to do till training camp.
Hold it. How much Kool-Aid are you drinking? I'm sugared up on cake and orange
I'm
fresh.
hoping. Look, I play these kids. Carlos Santana is not going to win you a World Series. Play
He's 33.
See what they can do, right? Just see what they can do.
Al, they're not even playing. They lost 11-0 last night, and they're in the 3rd inning. They're down 5-0.
Yeah, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. The only thing you can do is just hope that out of half of these guys come out, right? At least half of these guys.
Wow.
If more than half comes, who knows? But but I'll tell you, again, there's a voodoo priestess out there somewhere that they made angry and they're cursed because no matter what they do, what happens as soon as they sign Reynolds to that big contract? He hits 5 home runs in the first month. He's at 4 since he signed that contract.
And he's hurt.
And he's hurt. And it's one thing after another. They can't catch a break. Last night I was hoping this is going to be their cool moment.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't care how old you are, but when you see disappointment like this each time, and the reality is they're playing, they're losing to bad teams now too.
But
that's an argument for 2-3
Great point,
years,
sir.
5 years. This has been going on for 20-some years.
Yeah. This is the second rebuild in the last 10. Second full rebuild in the last 10. The last one didn't work.
I'm not buying it no more.
Mike, I hate to do this after you just gave a great positive thing in your beliefs. I got to bring Mr. Negative, nicest guy in the media, on to say something negative. Please.
This may be a question for Nick.
No, it's negative.
But maybe Mike can answer it, or Al Levine the top.
How about guns right next to you, your team?
Or
See, he
Mark,
doesn't
my
like
main
white
man Marco.
quarterbacks.
But they brought up a rookie catcher that went 0 for 4 yesterday. Does that mean that Henry Davis will never be a catcher anymore?
Yes.
Or no future?
Yes.
I would think so. I think they value Davis more, so they don't.
Here, I'll
want to
give
put him
you a
behind the
point.
plate.
You ever hear of
regular.
You ever hear of a Western Pennsylvania guy named Stan Musial?
Yeah.
Guess what he was brought up to be?
A catcher.
No, a pitcher.
I didn't know that.
He became one of the greatest hitters. He has the same amount of, for a left-handed,
right?
same amount right-handed, like 1,800 hits each side.
Babe Ruth,
So
same
guess
thing.
what he came up at? I'll repeat it again for guys like Smoke and Jim so they can understand. A pitcher.
So both the Pirates catchers are batting under 160, huh?
We have 4 catchers on that team.
Yeah, one's at 0.
Well, I
If
hope
you would
that
have played
Davis-
ball, you know if you don't hit, you're at 0.
They cut Joe Mauer's career short significantly by playing him catcher too long. They waited too long to put him at first base. They not Joe Mauer. I'm thinking of the guy from the Twins. It was a guy from the Twins. Their catcher. Was it Mauer?
Yeah.
Thank you, Marco.
Thank you, Marco.
I should have known to just ask Marco.
You know he knows this stuff.
knows
That's your
it.
son.
He knows it all.
He just don't like cake.
See, when
Let them eat cake, Marie Antoinette said. That's in France.
you continually make bad decisions because their goal is wrong. His goal is to just make money, not to win.
Yeah.
And people is this town going to get that yet?
What's the town going to do?
Let me explain.
He
Root for the Red Sox.
No one to.
I'll
Stop
tell you
going
what,
to games.
he'll never get another dime of my money. I can tell you that right now. And if the people of this town would stop supporting his BS, it would stop.
Make him accountable.
That's the only way to do it. At the cash box. That's the only thing he hears.
Wow. No, thank you
unless
very
you
much,
want to
Mike.
lose every night like this.
I
you know,
appreciate
it's on
your
you.
attitude.
Go Yankees.
And I'm an optimistic, positive guy, but I'm so beaten down. The Pirates are in this downward spiral, whether it's
without
voodoo.
question. I'm not questioning
But that's
that.
what I'm seeing, being much older than you. And I see that, so I'll drink the Kool-Aid, but it doesn't affect my attitude.
See, they never saw the great teams this time.
No.
And the great
How old do you
players.
think I am? I'm old, man.
You're 50.
I've turned 55 in a couple of weeks.
Get out.
No
But
way.
you're from Rochester, so you were.
I'm not from Rochester.
would've
They
guessed-
just all left me and moved to
I
Rochester.
didn't even think you were 40. Hey, Mike, I didn't even think you were 40.
I appreciate
Well, how old do you think he is?
we were there when Jesus.
that is a mystery.
We were at the Last Supper.
We've been there. All right,
They
Paul
have-
Haley's watching.
We stole the silverware.
Yeah, Anthony Bacco said, you guys keep saying this team, you're missing the adjective, not professional team, but farm team. Thanks, Anthony.
Literally.
We appreciate it. Where's the profit share money going? I'll explain this. Like Gunn said, it's going in the NUTTING's pocket.
Amen
The
to
billionaire needs 60 to 70 million every year. That's how simple it is. And I'll finally get to what's on my mind. I forget with all this.
Sugar.
This morning, early in the morning, I do my loose leaf green tea weather report. Chip, who works every co-host every other week, he goes, "Hey Al, you might want to mention DiMaggio's 56-game hitting streak ended today, and then he started after that. He did another 16-game hitting streak. So Smokin' Jim, if you had 16 and 56, he had 72 out of 73 games hits." Now that's impressive, even better than your guy that'll never get in the Hall of Fame. And the other thing I wanted to bring up, now Aaron Judge did a heck of a thing last year, set the new record in the AL, 63 homers. He's no Barry Bonds on juice, but they never proved anything. And Barry Bonds just came out that, he doesn't feel he got treated right, even though he was so arrogant and cocky, people hated him. Then I heard a couple times he did good things. Maybe he said hi to Smokin' Jim.
Yes, he did.
See, so we know that. But now this guy, Shohei Ohtani, he hit his 35th home run, a second home run
bad
last
man.
night.
That is a bad.
And he's pitching like nobody else. He's improved over Babe Ruth's record as a left-handed pitcher. He has more strikeouts than Babe Ruth had as a left-handed pitcher. How many years did that last? From the 20s. Wow. So he's a once-in-a-generation player. The Angels, this guy's he's on pace for 60 home runs. And if he's like Smokin' Jim swinging the bat, well, he won't hit anything. But he could tie the record that Judge did or even potentially beat it in these next 69 games. The Angels, they can trade him away and get some players, or they can keep him and not get any players. So will the ownership be like Nutting and reap the rewards of everybody coming to see Shohei Ohtani play? And they'll sell out stadiums and stuff to see him set the record? Yes. And then they won't get anything for him. So that's baseball, Mike, as we see it.
Yep.
And what have the Angels done in winning? They're like us. Then I saw this. When you talk about people spending money, whether it's wise or not, I didn't realize San Diego Padres have spent $348 million. And the Yankees are number 2 at like $247 million. So, and look what they're doing. By the way, Ohtani beat the Yankees. Guess what place they're in? Mike?
Who?
The Yankees.
Marco?
Last.
Last place.
Last place. What? And they spent the second most money, and the Padres are struggling. So I don't like to give Nutting credit, but being a cheapskate, he didn't spend that money and he made a profit. These other teams are losing money. So I'm for businessmen that make money, but not in Pittsburgh. I want to see baseball. All right, we're going to go to Smokin' Jim Frazier and Fiction and Fact from Smokin' Jim's Almanac in 10 seconds.
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine.
You're welcome.
And I tell you what, this will be very, very quick. But
Okay, move on, please, Nick.
But
That is quick enough.
I got a little sad note. Some of you guys probably don't remember this guy. What a great player he was. Jose Champagne, basketball player, played for a state championship Braddock team, played at Duquesne and Robert Morris. He passed away.
How old was he?
He was I'm not sure, but he was a 6'4".
Again, he don't have answers.
He was a 6'4" guard, and he played a lot of ball in the Connie Hawkins League, where your dad tiptoed referee. And
Yes, he did.
Just a quick story. They played on this team called the Rankin Gangsters. Now, everybody from Rankin
What's strange
is a
about
gangster.
that?
I know, that's what I'm saying, brother. But they're the only team in Connie Hawkins League history which was ranked in the top 10 in the country as far as summer basketball leagues. They were the only team, the Rankin Gangster, to win back-to-back-to-back championships. In their third year, the University of Pitt entered the league with their head coach at every game that the Pitt players played, and they had the great Charles Smith. And everybody knows Charles Smith was probably one of the biggest recruits Pitt ever had, maybe one of the greatest players.
Yeah, good point.
And that year, Pitt was beating everybody half to death in the summer league.
And what happened?
And they played in the championship against the Rankin Gangsters. And with a couple minutes left on the clock, Rankin was beating them so bad that Charles Smith walked off the court with the rest of the Pitt team in front of their head coach. That's how great.
You mean they quit?
Jose Champagne.
When does that ever happen?
Yeah, so hey, rest in peace, Jose Champagne. And
That's quick enough. Thank you,
What a
Smoking Jim.
great player.
That was quick. And I believe most of it was factual. just had to say.
Charles Smith tried to tiptoe out at 7 foot. We see you, Charles.
Wow. Yeah, and our friend Dr. Karen Hall invited me to go to Ozanam. They were celebrating on the 15th and 16th.
I wasn't going
but
there.
I had other plans. Other plans.
So did I.
All right, we gotta go to guns right now. He's sticking to his guns.
Are we ready? All right. Talk a little bit about some Steeler chatter I've been hearing.
Whoa.
You know, I'm a big believer that you achieve the goals and the other people will talk for you.
Yeah.
Yes,
All of
sir.
a sudden, I'm hearing Najee Harris chattering up a storm that running backs aren't getting the kind of money they
Hold
should
it,
be
that's
getting.
all over the media in the league right now. Every running back's complaining.
But here, you're a second, what is he, 2-year man? Talking all this stuff.
Third year.
For $10 million, I'll carry the ball.
10.1.
All right, but you see what I'm saying? So he's chirping it up. All right, you know. Now Kenny Pickett, all of a sudden, he's talking about all these touchdowns he's going to throw
Deontay Johnson.
yeah.
He has the record, 118 passes, not a touchdown pass.
It is.
Because they forgot the red zone.
And I know he got concussed because he's talking all this smack. We're going to have all these touchdowns. You threw 2 touchdowns the whole year out of the red zone. 2. The freaking Bengals scored 4 in 1 quarter. Are you kidding me?
Hold it, against the highest paid defense.
Yes.
Thank
In
you.
other words, shut up. Just shut up.
Hold it, do you want to bring up Saquon Barkley?
Yeah, there you go. I'll leave that one for you.
Okay.
The point is, you know, win some games, earn your bones, and then chirp. You ain't done nothing yet, but talk. You know? So I hope that they achieve that. I don't hear nothing coming out of all the offensive linemen because they know what's up with them. They know. And the only thing I got my eye on, and I figured you would know more about Washington freaking betting on somebody, Did you see that? I forget who it was they got him tied in with.
Oh, yeah.
I knew there had to be something wrong with that kid that we got him so easy.
A gambler, Smoking Jim's been with him at the Rivers Casino already.
I thought that was him because he was with this real tall dude. I thought Jim was sitting down when he was talking to him.
No, he was on his tiptoes. No, but great points, Guns.
So, you know what I mean? You know, earn your bones, keep your nose, and just shut up and win some games.
No, I'm with you. Somebody named Hash Brown's watching, so we appreciate it. On Saquon Barkley, always loved him at Penn State. He's had 2 good years. He's been injured. Smoking Jim calls all these guys no racism involved, but brittle brothers. There's white guys and black guys, so he said it once in a while, not very often. Now, to me, dime a dozen, they use a phrase for things that are common, and you can get anybody to plug in. They call running backs that. It's not back to the glory days with us older guys seeing all these star running backs, Jim Brown, all these other people. Now, after your first contract, you're around 26, 27. Mm-hmm. They've done studies. You know, analytics is everywhere, right, Mike? So they look at it. I got him here as my yes guy. He's doing well. And they'll tell you at 27 on, the chance of them playing longer, getting hurt, they've named a half a dozen contracts that have blown up when they've signed for big money, $60 million.
But the game, like basketball's changed.
Yeah.
They want to see them long passes. They don't want to see the grind out. The young people want to see scoring and scoring quick. True.
Well, I'll share. Girls love the long ball. And we're going to go to whatever segment you want to have, Mike. It's what you want to present to the Rochester folks there, Peggy and Nick.
Go Rochester.
Well, this has been so negative. Let me make it positive. Let me turn this positive.
Well, how could you not?
Good news.
Because we're about winning. So if you can circumvent that.
Oh, that's the thing, Al. The standard is the standard. If they would shut up, keep their nose to the grindstone, and win 2 games, it's no longer 9-8. They're 11-7.
Let me go back. Let me go back 4 years. Okay, I'll do it quickly. Roethlisberger was signed his new contract, got blown out in the first game, he got hurt in the second game, you had ducked for a year, you still went 8-8, you know, whatever, that is what it is. The next year they went 11-0, and the biggest sham 11-0 team that ever happened, we know that, right?
Nationally, the
they
worst 11-0
barely beat third-string
ever.
Quarterbacks, right? Mm-hmm. Last year Ben was in there, the ghost of Ben Roethlisberger, and God bless him, I love Ben, one of my all-time favorite players, but the guy could not play anymore. They stuck with him too long. The offensive line was going down. A lot of things were breaking apart.
Did residual hits affect him? He was one of the most sacked quarterbacks and hit quarterbacks.
When he signed that 3-year contract, I was very confused because this team has never had a problem getting rid of people than when they were done with them, right? Look, all the way back to Franco Harris.
Noel had a problem with that at times. He did keep him a few years, but like with Franco, they go, what about Franco? What did he say? Franco who?
Yeah, right.
So that set the standard then.
When they signed Ben, I said at the time I didn't think it was a good idea. I thought they should have started a rebuild then, and now they're doing it. And last year, everybody can say what they want about Pickett. The guy's going to be a good quarterback. He is because they reined him in last year. They only let him throw here, only let him throw there.
Yeah, I want
to get the snap and you throw there. But if you notice at the end of the games, when they had to win, he improvised and started reading defenses. That was clear to me. I don't know much about football. I know that much. He was looking guys off and he's reading defenses.
Except for the left side of the field.
He's only going to get better.
I'm just telling you, you know why? Because Open Door Moore was on the left side.
Yeah, well, there you go. So now they've got an improved
They listen to our show. Yeah.
Exactly. So my point is, a lot of these pieces are coming into place now. I truly believe that. I think a big key is going to be Hayward. If they can squeeze one more great year out of him, it's going to be key. But I really, really believe all of these pieces are finally coming together. I think they do know what they're doing. I think Khan really had a great offseason. Inside linebackers still a thing, but everybody's inside linebackers is a thing. Not everybody. Yeah, the NFL has not transitioned yet to find the new position that should take over for inside linebacker to cover guys and play the run. Mm-hmm. So they're not that far behind anybody else. But I think it's really going to come together. I think they're going to start out 2-4, and they're going to end up with 11 wins. And they're going to win their first playoff game in a long time.
Well, wow. I don't want to be negative, but we have a negative thing. If Big Ben, after he signed a contract, threw 7 touchdown passes, what would you say after that 3-year contract? If Big Ben threw only 7 and missed 4 games. I mean a yes or no answer.
You got to put it into perspective. It blows my mind that everybody's saying, "Oh, Kenny Pickett." Well, he was a rookie. Patrick Mahomes didn't even play as a rookie. Yeah. Okay, Peyton Manning threw twice as many interceptions as touchdowns as a rookie. Yeah. Rookies are not meant to play in the NFL.
And that's my theme.
He's coming in, and he's going to be a lot better.
This is what I brought up at the beginning of the year. We don't need him to even play.
Yeah,
and
if your quarterback has to play.
I've seen it where they don't play a game or two. Look at Mahomes. How many games did he play?
I see what you're saying, that he didn't play.
I'm saying I'm an optimist like that. But when I see reality and you win 2 last-minute games and we're the worst in the red zone, Houston, we have a problem. Do you blame head coach, Canada? Like, I don't want to dump on Canada, but you've seen football for your whole life. Now, if you know the talent on your team, what's your playbook going to look like? It's going to either be big, medium, or small. Ours was minuscule.
That's my point. They kept
and that's
it
what
small
I'm getting
purpose.
from you. So I wanted to explain, I'm being realistic. I'm not negative. I root for Kenny Pickett. Did I say he should have played? I said no. I said give him time. It took him 6 years to become a star at Pitt. And he had Whipple with him. Why isn't Whipple here?
Yeah, that's a good point.
And these are points that I bring up. And I'm not drinking any black and gold Kool-Aid anymore.
This is Canada's. I wasn't a fan of keeping him.
Yeah, but
if he can't do it now with what he's got, and they don't open it up, then he's not meant to be.
Yeah, but
coordinator.
again, using some of your logic, not to be too critical.
Please do.
But why would you get rid of him after a year with some increasing potential? I'd have to give him another year.
It has to. Yeah, I hear you.
I'm just telling you
realistically.
realistically.
A lot better now. I think.
Yeah,
it has to. I think it will.
See, my problem is, as a former defensive ball player,
yeah,
the draft does not bear out what's being said here, and I'm going to tell you why. Number one, if you're throwing downfield, you're at least going to get one of those star wide receivers. True. Right?
Yeah.
You're going to draft a tight end in the likeness of the tight end for Tampa, not some smash mouth guy that's more.
Yeah, Kelsey.
Right. Not a guy that's like a tackle like Washington. He is like a Larry Brown, Moon Mullins guy.
Yeah, good analogy with Larry Brown, became a tackle.
These guys they got from Philly, they're smash mouth downfield blockers. Yes, they're not. You see what I'm saying? So, in other words, the draft to me tells me that Canada is looking for 3rd and 4 as opposed to 3rd and 10. That they're not going to change their schematic. I think you're wrong in terms that Pickett has the ability to do it. I don't think they're going to let him. He's already got his
Maybe he already has Pickens and Freiermuth as those positions you talked about. They're going to open up the offense to see. Maybe.
Well, here's my theory, like a blend of what you two are saying. I think Pickett's going to be a manager of the game. Not to take too many chances and to once in a while air it out, because you got Pickens, you got Deontay Johnson, and you have some time. Like, I'll give you credit, Pickett didn't have time. He was running for his life, and he's a tough, cocky guy. But when you're getting hit in the head, he was concussed, 2 or 3 times?
That's bad, man, twice.
So, I mean, those are things. Plus, they don't report the concussions that are on that borderline. So, are most players playing football hurt? Yes. And that's how I look at it. I'm realistic. I hope you're right with 11 wins. I'll be cheering right with them, because when the Pirates were 20-8, I watched more games. Now I've watched less games.
Show, so I had to give my prediction.
Yes, you're good.
I have a question for you.
Let me shake your hand.
Thank you.
In all the years you've watched football, all you guys, have you ever seen a guy who was concussed his first year twice survive their whole career?
No.
And that's what bothers me the most.
I agree.
He's got his bell rung, and you know. The other teams know it too.
Yeah, no, you're right. Hey, Jamie Menu, thanks for watching. Albert Tripp Menu, we're trying to help you. Thanks for watching our show. You didn't have to, but I appreciate you watching. Paul Haley, Mike is correct. Pickett will step it up this year with decent O-line after running for his life as a rookie. Thrown to the Wolves, the running game will open up with 2 Eagles added. Thanks for your input, Paul. We appreciate it. I guess I got to do my on location. We're running out of time. I let it get it a little extended discussion because we had Mike in, and he gives a little different perspective. I welcome anybody that can come on and go toe to toe with us and still smile. All right, Nick, come on. Thank you very much. All right, on location, we have potential fights coming up. We're not sure about Ray Schaefer Boxing Association and some others. And we've got Monsville Prison, coming up where we'll do fights there. That's really all I have on location. A couple different things we talked about. So we'll see what happens there. And I hope you appreciate the show. We got some more open discussion because we got Mike. I want to get some more info out of him. I like his style and his knowledge. And if he doesn't have it, his son backs him up. You want to bring anything up, Mike?
I do.
I figured you might because we piqued your interest.
So, do the Penguins, if Carlson's available, do they take him? Do they get him?
I say yes. We have a core of players that performed the way they were supposed to. The bottom six did nothing, and that was a problem. So they're trying to address the problems. Dubas is trying to do well. Whatever deal they can cut, we got to get it because our window's closing. We are really rebuilding here.
It's going to be back to the dark ages in a couple of years.
Yeah, and
after.
Sidney can only be a top 5 player for so many more years. Look at what he's done in his career. He's actually disrespected. He should be in the MVP running for playing a 200-foot game.
He ain't no Ovechkin.
I'm all in. What?
He ain't no Ovechkin.
You know what? There's rare guys that are one-trick ponies
Ain't
like
nothing
this.
wrong with being number 2.
No, Smoking Jim, you're a one.
Ovi!
You're a one-trick pony that you see the guy can score and he doesn't do it. He's been healthy.
Well, that wins games. Can't win without putting.
Where's
it in the net.
Washington been? They
got
won one cup.
They got one.
What did our guys win cups? You don't even know. So the disclaimer is lack of knowledge gets him nowhere with 1:40 to go.
I love
Next
them both.
subject, Mike.
Hey, how's Jurkovic going to do for Pitt, Jim? What do you think?
I think it's still a mixed bag. You know what I mean? I think there's still a lot that has to be seen. I want to see some of the spring practice and stuff before I.
He's going to break Pickett's record.
He was projected as a first-round pick,
He was unbelievable.
2 years ago.
Yeah, he was unbelievable. He this is it.
Now we got the experts talking experts. Carry on.
I think it.
Glad I could initiate. Way to go.
I think if they can establish a good running game, then that will help him tremendously.
They always seem to find running backs, though, don't they? Out of nowhere.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
It's some of them guys trying to catch you to get out of your trunk.
Look at what he. That's the love fest on that side of the table. We're down with 48 seconds. Any closing words for you? Any tips or what to watch or?
No, I'm good.
Any hope? Any hope for Pirates?
Yes.
Begrudgingly, yes.
Cautiously.
Smoking Jim, did you get any good presents for your birthday?
Yeah, I'm predicting the new Pitt quarterback will win the MVP of the Blue Bonnet Bowl.
The Blue Bonnet Bowl, they don't play no more.
Well, that's why. Any guns, any closing remarks? We're closing down to 15 seconds.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what the Pirate score is now.
All right, next subject. Hey, I want to thank all of you. Scoops, thanks for your compliments to me. Paul Haley, thanks. Great show tonight, guys.
7-0.
7-0. Buccos are losing. Stay Joey strong.